The commedia art form is an improvisational art form. It is a form of, it's the Italian comedy street theater, basically. And troupes of actors would travel around from town to town and set up a sort of rough stage in the middle of a town square and perform improvised scenarios. And for the people in the town, whoever was passing by, going to and fro from the market, what have you. So this was not theater that was presented for the royalty, as much of the plays from that time were. This is street theater, theater of the people. And so it's all about improvisation and lazzi, bits, comedic bits. Actors would play stock characters, and the stock characters are, many of them are in The Servant of Two Masters, were adapted for The Servant of Two Masters. The Pantalones, the Beatrices, the Il Dottores are all stock characters that appear in many, many plays of the Commedia, and also appear in Servant of Two Masters. My experience with the Commedia started back about 20 years ago when I was working with a company called the Actors Gang in Los Angeles, and we developed many original plays there based on what we called the style, which was the Commedia style of development and the Commedia style of improvisation. And so my roots, this company that I was with for 15 years, we developed all of our plays out of this Commedia style. So I'm very familiar with it. I really, really love it. It involves a very urgent, immediate kind of theater. There's nothing removed about it. It's a direct connection with the audience. And it's, we would get a box of costumes. People would grab costumes, create a character. It's all very physical, very based on the physical look of the character, the physical walk of the character, the physical postures of the character, and kind of how to work within these molds of the stock characters. So we have the lovers, we have the miserly father who wants to keep the lovers apart, we have the puffed up, sort of egotistical doctor figure, we have, and then we have the servants, who are usually the smartest people on stage, and they're usually the ones who are sort of driving the action behind the scenes. In this case of The Servant of Two Masters, it's a character called Truffaldino. In the Commedia, he also appears under the name of Arlecchino, or Harlequin, and he's smarter than everyone and sort of getting into a lot of trouble most of the time. There's also the female counterpart to Truffaldino, which is Columbina, or in the case of Servant of Two Masters, Smeraldina. She is a bawdy, funny, wicked woman. And so they kind of play together a lot of the time. And so yes, my experience is from a long time ago with the Commedia, and I still enjoy creating all sorts of original work from that basis, because it's a great foundation for improvising.